Hello, this is Matt from VDS. Hope your summer is treating you well. And now that we've wrapped up June, we're here to review the Genesis released highlights from the month. Had a busy month in June, 71 new features, updates, and enhancements across 5 different release dates from Genesis. As always, all releases are available in the Resource Center, and today we'll walk through some of the key highlights from these 5 releases. Our first highlight really applies to all license types and is the live screen monitoring for agent supervision. This one came out on June 29th. Really one that's been asked for, and it's a meaningful step for supervisors. Up until now, monitoring was limited to voice and digital channel activity. And with this release, supervisors can now also watch an agent's actual desktop in real time while they're handling the ACD interaction. A few things worth noting: it works alongside both voice and digital monitoring simultaneously, so you're not having to choose one or the other. Also supports multiple monitor setups, which is obviously important for agents who work across multiple applications at the same time. The one prerequisite to keep in mind is that Genesis Cloud Background Assistant is utilized for this, and it does have to be on the version listed there, 1.7.468 or later for everything to work. So again, the live screen monitoring for supervisors, really neat one that's been asked about for a long time and finally was rolled out at the end of June. Next one, for those that are on a CX2 license or above, key highlight here is the Supervisor Takeover for active messaging conversations. So this capability is, again, something that's been asked for, very similar to the barge in from a voice standpoint. Now you have that capability for digital conversations as well. So, previously supervisors could be identified if there was a particular problem, and, maybe you needed to monitor that, but they didn't really have the ability to actually, barge in and take over, if you will. So with this update, supervisors with the appropriate permissions can now take full ownership of a conversation while it's still active. That just simply means removing the agent from the conversation entirely, communicating directly with the customer. Really built for moments when immediate intervention is the right call. Could be a sensitive escalation, a situation that's quickly going sideways, or a customer that maybe just needs a little bit more of a senior voice on the conversation. So administrators who would control who will get this capability. Again, it's just simply a permission that needs to be added and enabled. If you have any questions on that, feel free to let us know. Our team is obviously more than happy to help with enabling those appropriate permissions as well. Next, we have a few highlights for those on a CX3 license. First one is the semantic topic spotting for topic configuration. Now, you may remember this was formally released last month in the May releases, and Genesis has just simply made some further enhancements to just further increase the accuracy. And so we wanted to highlight it again, just given the significant, quality of life improvement, if you will, for anyone that manages the speech analytics topic configuration. Historically, setting up a topic meant that building out a list of every phrase variation you could think of to capture just how customers may express a particular concept. And with the semantic matching changes, instead of really trying to think through every typical or every variation manually, the system uses semantic similarities to detect the different ways of saying the same thing automatically. Available in English currently, with other languages to follow. And then the other one here is the increased dictionary terms limit for native transcription. So this one again came out at the end of the month, and the dictionary limit really is doubled from 500 to 1,000 terms. Might seem like a little bit of a smaller or more behind the scenes tweak, but particularly for customers in industries with heavy technical or clinical vocabulary, could be like healthcare, legal, financial services, things of that nature. Definitely helpful here. The more terms just means better transcription accuracy for language that your agents and customers are actually using, and just helps improves that topic detention and analytics reliability as well. And then finally, we have the volume and HT forecasts in capacity plans, being able to view that. And so, what this one is particularly, again, a little bit more on the workforce management side, for Genesys Cloud Planners, you can now view the offered volume and average handle time forecasts directly within the capacity plans, and even export that data as well. As many of you may know, prior to this update, planners who were in these views and wanted to cross-reference forecast data while working on a capacity plan had to navigate away to the forecast view, pull those numbers, and then come back. And it's just extra friction. So now that those key demand inputs, the offered volume and the average handle time, are right there in the capacity plan where planners are already working. They can make the staffing decisions without losing some of that additional context. So just a way to kind of streamline some of that work for planners, and really just kind of a meaningful improvement in the daily workflow. And then finally, we'll wrap up with a few different Genesys AI updates. First one is on the quality management side, and that's the expanded answer options for AI scoring questions. Administrators can now configure up to 5 answer options for AI scoring enabled questions in the quality management evaluation forms. Really just a practical impact. I think the previous set was at 3. So it's a practical impact here, just to provide a little bit more nuanced scoring. With up to 5 options now, evaluation forms can really just reflect more scoring options. Just means better data and overall performance. So hopefully a helpful one there if you're utilizing or thinking about utilizing the AI scoring within evaluations. Next is the agent's ability to create summaries of interactions on demand. Kind of a neat one here utilizing Agent Copilot. Previously, interaction summaries were generated automatically at the end of a call. Now agents can trigger a summary themselves at any point during the interaction by simply just pressing a button within Agent Copilot. That summary then comes back in an editable text box so that agents can review and refine it before the interaction ends, and then just carries over after the conversation wraps up. Just kind of helps with reducing some of the after call work, especially for longer or more complex interactions where some of the restructuring or additional notes may be happening or taking place. So really kind of a neat one there. And then a couple final ones around Agent Copilot, specific to checklists, actually. First one is the ability for agents to view and complete multiple Agent Copilot checklists during an interaction. So agents can now work through multiple checklists during a single interaction, and those additional checklists can surface either at the start of a conversation or even automatically when configured intents are detected. So that way the right guided workflow appears at the right moment. Just helps kind of support more complex interaction types where maybe there's multiple structured processes that could maybe need to run in parallel. For instance, like a verification checklist and a compliance checklist, both needing to be active for the agent at the same time. So a little bit more just options there, but really really kind of a neat one for agents to be able to utilize. And then the other one tied to checklists is the exact match within Agent Copilot checklists. And so this is also something that administrators can configure to really require an exact phrase match for individual checklist items. So that way, when an exact match is enabled for that item, the checklist is only going to mark it complete when the agent says or types the precise phrase that was configured, not just something that's close to it. So this would be particularly valuable in probably more regulated industries where if there's a specific disclosure or compliance language that has to be delivered verbatim, great way to be able to check that, and really just kind of removes any type of ambiguity around whether the phrase was actually used or not. So another really neat one there for Agent Copilot. So that kind of wraps up our June 2026 Genesys Cloud key release highlights. Again, all other releases that we didn't cover today can be found within the Resource Center. As always, if you have any questions on any of these updates or any others that we didn't cover, specifically as it relates to your environment, don't hesitate to reach out to any one of us. And as I end every time, thank you so much for your partnership. Thanks for watching, and hope you have a great month of July. Thank you.